Hi there, here's a quick update on the UK auto industry. Well, let's start with a fascinating chart which shows the annual number of cars produced within the UK over the last 20 years or so, right the way through to the end of 2023. Now, the auto industry in the UK employs hundreds of thousands of people. It's a sizable share of GDP. And until recently, quite a high percentage of cars produced in the UK were produced for export out of the UK. Now, you can see here that since 2016, there has been a significant fall in the volume of cars produced. It hasn't quite halved, but pretty much so, from 1.72 million cars produced in 2016 to just over 900,000 in 2023. Now, that is an increase on the year before, but still well below the mid-teens. So car production in the UK has fallen sharply, and it's the result of a combination of both internal or domestic and external or global factors, including, as we'll see, the impact of Brexit, supply chain challenges and shortages, and an increase in costs facing the sector. So Brexit, first of all, it's undeniable that Brexit, the referendum, of course, in 2016, and the tortuous negotiations, subsequent trade deal from 2020 onwards, has created significant uncertainty for many businesses and has led to a fall in capital investment in the UK automotive industry. One of the results of leaving the European Union single market is that post-Brexit trade agreements include new tariffs and non-tariff barriers, including things like customs checks and stringent rules of origin requirements on automotive exports to the European Union. Don't forget, the European Union is the largest market for the UK for UK-produced cars. So leaving the single market has introduced some trade frictions, which has made it harder and more costly for car makers to export to the European Union. Some automakers have moved production facilities to EU countries to maintain frictionless access to the single market. So Brexit and the car industry, their fortunes are intertwined. And there's also been a whole series of supply chain challenges. There was a semiconductor crisis in 2020-21, a global shortage of semiconductors, which are critical components in modern vehicles, and that clearly disrupted car production worldwide, with the UK being notably affected. The UK has a heavy reliance on imported car components, which are then manufactured in the UK, and that exacerbated delays, particularly with Brexit-related customs complexities adding to lead times. And then there's other factors. The electric vehicle transition issue. The global demand is shifting towards EVs, but the UK has lagged behind in building enough EV infrastructure and in particular battery manufacturing capacity. So those factors have impacted the UK's ability to compete in this growing global market. Energy prices in the UK have gone up. They've gone up worldwide, obviously, but the prices in the UK are relatively high, and that's made car manufacturing less cost effective compared to other countries. And there's also been a shift in consumer buying behaviour. There's been an emphasis on public transportation, a number of people travelling by rail and bus is going up, a shift towards car sharing, people running older cars for longer, myself included. My current car is 15 years old. So a shift towards car sharing and environmental sustainability might also be causing a fall in car demand. Keep in mind also that the cost of living crisis has meant that people's real disposable incomes have gone down, allied to tax rises, so people just don't have the money to be able to buy new vehicles, and that's clearly impacted on new car production. This chart shows the major car-producing nations in the world in 2023. China is streets ahead, literally. Japan comes second, but which country comes third? I've shaded that country out. I wonder if you can think about which country it is. Germany is fourth, South Korea is third. Indeed, the UK no longer appears in the top 10 car-producing countries in the world. So it's not the UK. The answer is India, 4.78 million cars produced in 2023. Globally, over 90 million cars produced last year. And here are the best-selling car models worldwide in 2023. Toyota comes second and third, and also come four Toyota brands in the top 10. But which brand came top globally in 2023? What do you think? The answer is the Tesla Model Y. Tesla, of course, has now achieved significant scale of production. Okay, so go back to my original chart, which was the reason for this video, really, that it shows the yearly number of cars produced in the UK. And you can see that car production in the UK is now well below what it was before the financial crisis, just about half or 60% of what it was 10 years ago. This industry is well worth thinking about from an exam perspective. There's so many relevant topics the examiners could choose to use: supply and demand factors, impact of changes in costs, revenues and profits, economies of scale in car making, the impact of Brexit and tariffs and non-tariff barriers, and the changing flows of foreign direct investment, the importance, the dependence on global supply chains, particularly those that become fragmented and delayed, structural changes in buying behaviour, the impact of economic shocks, and the wider issues of globalisation and environmental policies. So a huge amount to think about whenever you study the UK car sector. Thanks for joining in. Take care, stay safe, stay curious, and see you sometime soon.